Hey, welcome to another video from Skinny Medic. A little while back, I talked about what to do if we do get some kind of penetrating trauma to the chest. I talked about whether we should wound pack or put a chest seal on these types of injuries. And typically, we are going to put a chest seal on this area because you can't wound pack it. So this is a chest seal area. Basically, anywhere between the neck to the junk is a chest seal for the most part. Now you do have those wounds that like someone gets a laceration to the neck, things like that, where you have bleeding that you have to control. So this is life-threatening bleeding, the carotid artery, external jugular, things like that get cut. You've got to control the bleeding with combat gauze, direct pressure, Celox, something along those lines to control the bleeding. But typically what I'm thinking about is you have a hole in the chest here that's affecting someone's breathing, so we need to take care of that. So there's a couple of things here when we're talking about these types of penetrating chest traumas. We want to know if we have blood or air trapped in the thoracic cavity. So a pneumothorax versus a hemothorax. Nothing really pre-hospital that can change, but we kind of think about what types of injuries we're seeing here. Once it becomes a tension pneumothorax, it means this patient's in shock. So you could have a pneumothorax or hemothorax, have blood or air in here and not be in shock. So when you start seeing that high heart rate or the low blood pressure, things like that, that's when it becomes a tension pneumothorax, and that's when we need to get aggressive with treatment with needle decompressions, chest tubes, things like that. Bring my good buddy back here to the video. So we're gonna use the hyphen chest seal for this demonstration. There's lots of chest seals on the market, halos, hyphens, Asherman chest seals, there's plenty on the market. Just find one that you feel comfortable using, but for this particular video, we're going to use the hyphen chest seal. So currently TCCC does recommend a vented chest seal. So the hyphen here, it does have these little ridges that's going to allow blood and air to escape out of the chest cavity. So that's what we're going to use. Thank you TrueClot for sending me their brand new chest seal simulator. I've used their wound packer for a long time. They actually sent me a new one because mine was getting so messed up after years of usage. So excited to see this product here to simulate a gunshot wound or some kind of penetrating trauma to the chest. So like I said, I'm going to use the hyphen chest seals just because that's what I have laying up here at the shop. So you pull the red tab, open them up. This is going to come with a little 4x4 gauze here. So if we do have that blood coming out like we do right here, you can kind of wipe it away. And then we can apply our chest seal. There again, pulling the red tab. See how well this is going to do because it's old. Oh, it does pretty good, even being old. Then, I'll get this off my hand. Apply the chest seal, and you can put this little ridge right here in the center that's going to allow the channels to vent. So we put this directly over. Boom. Make sure it's on there nice and tight, and now we have a chest seal. Now, to kind of show you guys the ridges here, let's zoom in. So blood's going to come up, and it's filling the chamber. And look, we are venting, so you can see it come out the venting channel. So you're having bubbles here, so there again, like that sucking chest wound here. Pretty dang cool. What I would recommend is if you have someone with penetrating trauma to the chest is not to lay them flat. They shouldn't be on a backboard. Don't strap them flat, like sit them up because they're gonna be short of breath. Guarantee it, almost guarantee it. So they're short of breath. So when you lay someone flat who's short of breath, it just gets things a lot worse. So if you sit them up, put them in a position of comfort, it's a whole lot better for their breathing and the patient feels a lot more comfortable. Think about it this way. If I told you to go run a mile as fast as you could run it, if you can run a mile under 6 minutes, I'll give you $1,000. So you're gonna run boom, 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 boom as fast as you can to try to win that $1,000, right? But when you get done, you're gonna be in the tripod position because you're tired, you're out of breath, you want that chest expansion to be as big as possible. So when we bend over like this, that gives us that chest expansion we're looking for. So same thing, if I get shot in the chest or if I have a penetrating trauma in the chest, I don't want to be laying flat. I want to be sitting up so I can breathe better. So I hope this video helps. If you're interested in buying some chest seals or any other kind of trauma or medical supplies, go to medicalgearoutfitters.com. I would appreciate the support over there. Thank you guys for watching. You never know when you'll be the first responder. Remember the right gear and the right training.